Hey everyone, I just finished my biometrics appointment as a DACA recipient in Jacksonville. I live in South Georgia, and as a DACA recipient, it's been random when you have to come do biometrics. I have not had to do them in 3-4 renewals, but this time around, USCIS has changed the rules, their policy, where now they're asking people to come in to biometrics if your biometrics are older than 3 years. So since I have not been here for 3-4 renewals, I had to come in this time. In case you didn't know, starting December 12th, 2025, if you have not done your biometrics within the past 3 years, you will have to come. And even if you did them last renewal, they could just randomly want you to come in to do biometrics. So I am here outside of my USCIS office in Jacksonville, Florida. I live in South Georgia, but this is the closest one to us. So here I am. And I am relieved now. I am relieved. I feel calm. I'm actually still here outside. But I won't lie. I was scared before I came here because we all are. Even though I've never been arrested, I've never been in trouble at all. We've all had that weight on our shoulders where we've been thinking, why am I having to go do biometrics? But to be honest, I understand what they're trying to do. Because let me tell you, that picture that they had on the computer that I saw was not even the last time that I did biometrics. It's not even the photo on my work authorization card. That photo was from like 2014, 2016. It's a way old photo. It's old. I looked a lot younger. That photo, I liked a lot. I told the lady, hey, can I keep that photo? She said, no, we're having an update. So I understand people grow older, people change, I've changed. So that's honestly why I think they're doing this. They're trying to update everyone's photo, everyone's, information. But let me not skip ahead. If you have biometrics, don't skip them. You have to come in, and if you're not able to come in on the day they give you, because we cannot choose, we follow the renewal, and we can't say, well, we can come in between this time and this time when we apply. They give us a time, and you have to come in. If you're not able to come in on the day they give you, they have a tool on the website, on the USCIS website, make an account, and you can reschedule your biometrics. That's what I did, because when they scheduled me for the end of January, during that time, I was not able to come in. I didn't have a ride, I didn't have a car to get here, so I had to reschedule, and thankfully that was one of the options. To reschedule to come in was I didn't have a ride, so I was able to reschedule for today. Other than that, they have many different options. Like if you take care of kids, if you go to church, if you're going to school, if you have, going to work, if there is a valid reason why you cannot make it here on the day they give you, you can reschedule. Just do it with time. Don't skip it. And I'm saying this for DACA recipients. Don't skip it. Come in, do your biometrics. I did mine here right now, early January. And everything's fine. I have my notice here, my paper. And everything went all right. I will say my appointment was for early in the morning. It was for way early in the morning. It was around, early. And I live in South Georgia. I live about 2.5 hours away from this service center, this USCIS center. And I drove here. I gave myself enough time. It's about 2.5 hours from the building. And I gave myself about, 3.5 hours. Of leeway, like an hour and a half of extra time to get here. And thankfully I did, because when I got in Florida, when I got closer to Jacksonville, there was, the Google Maps when it shows the red line and the yellow line, I was stuck in traffic for like an hour. Like stop and go traffic early in the morning, stop and go, and that lost me a lot of time. So if you have an appointment and it's in another city, you don't know about how the people in that city drive, give yourself enough time. Don't be late, and especially don't miss it. Drive safely. Don't try to rush where you're going, because you could get in an accident, something could happen. Don't do it. If you're going to a USCIS center in Florida, especially, without the policies for the police in Florida, just be careful. Drive slowly, drive safe, get there on time, and go to your appointment. Now, on top of that, I will say, when I got here on time, barely. But when you walk up to the front of the door, there will be a security guard. The security guard will ask you, for your paper, your appointment notice, which, I just showed them my the AEC notice appointment notice, and I showed them that. I printed it out from the website, I don't personally have a printer, so what I did was I went to Walgreens, and they have an option where you can print copies. You just can't do it through the app. You can, however, download the app, go to it, go to the photo option, scroll all the way down, and there's a picture for document printing. It'll tell you when you click it, it'll take you to the website. You have to do it through the website. It does not let you do it on the app. But I was able to print my appointment notice from Walgreens, and each copy was about 28 cents. 28 cents, and you have to print out two papers, because the front is a notice and the paper in the back, and I'll show you. This is one I filled out, but I made an extra copy. Let me pull it out. So on top of the the second page of the notice, the appointment notice, is going to be, let me see, this paper is something we've filled out in the past. We've done it a long time ago, but somehow right now they're asking us to fill out. It's just very simple: first name, last name, any other names you've used, if you're a male or female, what race you are, eye color, hair color, height, weight, and where you're from. Date of birth, country of birth, country of citizenship, and it'll ask you that, to fill it out. I didn't fill it out at home because I thought, they'll want me to fill it out here in front of them and, sign it or something. But the security guard at the front door, he turned me away, said, hey, fill this out and come back. So I did. And when I came back, he said, what do you have in your pockets? You have, phone, earpods, stuff. I don't have earpods, but I have the earbuds. And he turned me away too. He said, put them in the car and come back. So I did. I had to go back in the car and turn it up. And, I thought, how would I know about this? But honestly, it says it on the notice. It says here on the notice they gave you, which I had read, but I somehow missed it. Or I forgot. I don't know. But it says no recording devices, no earbuds, no cameras, no earbuds, nothing of that. It says you have to have your phone off as well. I left my phone in the car, but I left my phone in the car because I thought, I can't, I don't want to pull out the phone inside, and then they'll get mad at me. They'll get an attitude with me about the phone. So I left it in the car. But inside there was people using their phone, which they didn't get in trouble as far as I know, but they were using their phone. But don't risk it. Just leave it in the car. It's very quick. Okay, so I went to the front door, showed him my appointment notice after doing all of that, going back to the car, putting stuff away, putting the phone away, putting all of that, filling out the paper. He looked at it, asked me for my ID. He asked me for a passport or ID, and I gave them the passport. I have to skip a little bit right here. I just had security guards come up here. I thought they were going to come dump to me, but they're just patrolling, walking around the parking lot. Okay, let's continue. At the front door, the security guard, after, doing all the paperwork, he asked me, ID. So at that moment, he said, you have your driver's license, state ID, passport. My passport was the closest thing I had, so I just handed him my passport. It's a Mexican passport. He took it, looked at me, and he said, come on in. So I went in. Walking in, they have the security. They're checking, they asked me, you have any knives, guns? No. You would have to be pretty dumb to bring stuff, like that into a building like this. But I guess they've had people do it. I don't know. But I had none of that, so I just told them, I don't have it. They had me empty my pockets, take off my hat, take off my glasses, take off my vest, take off, keys, everything. They had me put in a little box. They passed it through the scanner. Nothing was missing or wrong, nothing at all. After that, I passed through the little, that little thing where you walk through. I guess if it has metal or something, it'll beep, but everything was fine. I went through. They just said, you're good. Grabbed my stuff and had me go and sit in a waiting room. When I went in the waiting room, they gave me a number. Then I got in line after, the people in front of me were through. And by the time it was my turn, there was a lady at the desk. She just asked me, come on up. I gave her my notice, gave her my passport, gave her my ID, and she was very nice. I'm telling you, I'll tell you this. People here at USCIS are extremely nice, and I always love that about coming here. You would think they would be, a little bit, angry, like people at the DMV, but these people are nice, extremely amazing. But I just kind of have to say that they're nice. They're not going to treat you like the DMV. But yeah, I handed her my stuff. She gave me another paper. She stamped my paper. When I brought in notice, says saying biometrics process and stamp, AAC code. It'll have the code. Biometrics QA reviewed by. It's blank right now. And yeah, that was very simple. They had me go sit in a little waiting room, and when it was my turn, they called me up. I gave her my paper, and I saw the picture. That's what I was telling y'all earlier. The picture they had on that computer was from like 2014, 2016, way old. So, you know, I asked her, hey, can I keep that picture? But they say, no, we're having an update. She was, you know, laughing and joking, you know, very nice, saying, you know, they're having to update all the information. And, you know, I understand we've all changed. I have a beard now. I've grown older. I've changed a lot. And, yeah, that was very simple. And, okay, as a DACA recipient, I thought they would have me do, you know, all the 10 fingerprints, like, you know, put one fingerprint each, but no, it was just 2. It was these 2 fingers. They had me put in one and then the other, and that was it. I thought, you know, oh, they took my picture. They had me sit down, take my picture, then the fingerprints, and I was thinking they're going to do, like, my thumbs and each finger of both hands, and I'm like, man, I thought it was, you know, it would be like other times, but this time it was just 2 fingers, that's it. And yeah, she had me, they gave me a little paper to fill out, like a survey. I put in all 5s. Y'all did amazing. Good. And that was the truth. I mean, you could say whatever you want about, you know, other places like DMV, but the USCIS Center here in Jacksonville, amazing. Very nice. And yeah. Yep, that was it. Very simple. And oh, something else. Right after I did my biometrics, like not even, I was recording this video earlier about, you know, I got out about 6 minutes later after I did my biometrics. I got an email from USCIS saying, we've taken action on your case. Log in to, you know, see the update. And I'm thinking, you know, that was fast. And yeah, now they process my fingerprints. Now they're, you know, processing my case. They're doing all of this. And hopefully I'll get a approval very soon, because I've never taken a long time. Between me and my brother and sister, they've taken maybe 2 or 3 months for an approval. I've always been quick, like a month or 2. And even one time where it was only a week, like they received my case like on the 6th, and I was approved on the 14th of that month. And that was, you know, before. So I've always been quick. You know, never been arrested. I've never had any issues. And, you know, I'm an open book. I mean, I think I'll get an approval. It's just this time with the new changes, they're having me come in to do biometrics. And yeah, it's nothing to worry about. It's really nothing to worry about. Nothing at all. So, in case anyone's wondering, come in, do your biometrics. Don't be scared. And yeah, let's get this done, guys. Let's get this done. I was thinking about something I've seen online a lot about people being scared about there being ICE agents at USCIS biometrics appointments. And I can tell you from my perspective, when I showed up, there was about 20, 30 people there for, you know, all different kinds of benefits. I saw some for refugee asylum. I saw some for from Venezuela. I saw some from Haiti, some from Ghana that were in my group when we went in. And we all had different kinds of cases. I saw one of them had like an I-131, an I-589, different cases. I was the only one that had DACA. And honestly, I was the one that they just least cared about. That they least, you know, frisked through my papers, that they didn't really worry about me much. So I think as a DACA recipient, we are fine. We've been through this many, many times. We've had to renew this many, many times. There's not new cases going into the, you know, into the system. It's just us renewing, paying our fees, doing everything right. So I really wouldn't be worried about it. I was worried about it before, because you see online a lot of people posted about, oh, this is happening. But if this matters to anybody, from my perspective, I went in, did my biometrics, everything's fine. I did not see any ICE agents at all. There could have been some in the offices. Honestly, when you go in the building, there's to the right biometrics, to the left it's like a big waiting room for they said interviews and such and stuff like that. So there could be ICE agents, you know, people going in for check-ins. But honestly, from where I was, from what I saw, no one was detained, no one was stopped. And honestly, as a DACA recipient, I feel like they just, okay, come on in, you're all right. You know, we've already checked you out, we've vetted you before. We got to check you every 2 years. And I think what they're worried about right now is mostly, people like from the Venezuela and the other countries asking for like refugee asylum and other cases. A lot of times they don't really tell the truth. But for us, DACA recipients, we've had to do this every 2 years, and it's like nothing really changes other than our appearance. And we grow older, so they're trying to update that information. And that's pretty much it. I mean, guys, if you have an appointment for biometrics and you're worried about ICE being there, it could be in other parts of the country, but where I went, I didn't see nobody. I mean, everyone was nice, everything went well, no one got detained, no one, got arrested in front of me. I mean, it was just like normal day. Like, they deal with this, and especially us, me being a DACA recipient, it's like, come on, we know about you. Come on through. But anyways, I just add this to the, I guess, end of the video. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you can, subscribe, leave a comment, leave me a like. And I'll keep you updated on how my process goes for DACA. When I get an approval letter, when I get my card, everything, I'll post a whole video about my whole process for the renewal this time. And if there's any changes to the rules, I know I posted a video earlier about, the change starting December 12th. Now they're doing biometrics. But if I hear anything going on with DACA, I'll make a video. It's good to be informed. A lot of times people lie on the internet trying to get views and such. And I just want to share my perspective. I mean, if I see something, I'll talk about it. I'll let you guys know. Right now, a lot of people are talking about there being ICE agents at USCIS Biometrics, and I haven't seen nobody. I ain't seen nothing. I'm here. I'm going home. But that's it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.